Hello, my name is Matt Russell. I'm an FX Power Course instructor here at FXCM. I want to welcome everybody to the Daily FX Walkthrough. We're going to get started in just a moment. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to walk through the latest technical report by Jamie Setley at DailyFX.com. So let me go ahead and pull up that latest report at DailyFX.com. And usually the first thing I do when I get there is scroll down and click on Jamie's report. So let's see what he has to say about the current market action, specifically in the Eurodollar. The Eurodollar continues to probe the downside, albeit with significant pullbacks. If a larger decline is underway, then the drop should accelerate today or Monday. Now we can read more in depth about how Jamie feels about the wave structure right now currently in the Eurodollar. It's not very clear, as is often the case in corrections, as Jamie is mentioning. There's one choice that marks 148.71 as the top of a B wave, which would mean that we might now be having a C wave, which would equate or exceed that 138.71 low. Jamie personally doesn't prefer that count. He thinks that we might just be in a prolonged correction of that much larger down move, and that might find support over the next few days. So if we read that last sentence, if the decline extends, then look for support at the short-term trend line and 142.50, the 61.8 of 138.77 to 148.71. So these are the two levels that we highlighted on the last report, so nothing has really changed in that regard. We can see that prices tonight on the Sunday open gapped lower, actually broke below a short-term channel line, bringing Jamie's prediction more clearly into focus here. So as prices are moving a little bit lower now, we should look for those support lines or levels that Jamie mentioned, one of them being this white line on the bottom. That's the simple support line on the hourly chart, the short-term support line he's mentioning. Now, if that were to fail, the 61.8 at 142.50. So those are the two areas right now that Jamie's looking for. Again, in a correction, things are very tricky. The market's going to try and pick your pocket. So look for these levels. Look for that extra confirmation. Don't be aggressive at all. And certainly look forward to Jamie's next technical report, where things might be a little bit clearer in terms of how this correction is playing out. Now, something else I wanted to mention, something that I mentioned on one of my updates last week, was the potential of this bullish flag pattern playing out right now. We can see that this might have been nullified by the clear close beneath the lower support line here. But this is common in flag patterns sometimes to get a spillover on the bottom, so prices would have to rebound quite sharply now to give this view any merit. And even if they were to get back above that support line, they could simply just be filling the Sunday open gap, so that's something to look for. And we can see that prices have temporarily found support at that 38.2. So right now we're sort of in no man's land, if you will, and certainly what would give more confidence in terms of me, I'm in agreement with Jamie as prices should be heading lower from here, would be a clear close beneath that 38.2, which would bring, of course, that shorter term, support line here on the hourly chart more into focus, where prices could find support, or probably more likely is the clear support at 142.50, which is the 61.8 of the move from 138.77 to 148.71, I believe that high print was. Again, my name is Matt Russell. I'm an FX Power Course instructor here at FXCM. Thanks for listening.